Welcome to Eye of the Storm. My name is Marlon. We're filming on location at the Lighthouse in Mays Landing, New Jersey. This place is a special place for me. This is where I began my career in addiction. So I'm in John's kitchen. John has been nice enough to allow me into the kitchen, and I hope I don't make a mistake here and mess things up. And we're going to prepare a meal today. And I want to go a little bit about John and where he came from and how he ended up with us. So John, how long have you been in the game for, and how did you end up here?
I started cooking when I was 29. That was a couple of years ago.
A couple of years ago.
That was out in Seattle. I started working with Unidyne. I've been with Unidyne going on 6 years, and with RCA here going on 5.
So Unidyne is a contracted food service. When we first started with RCA, we had talked about making the food ourselves, managing the kitchen ourselves.
From scratch.
From scratch. This is what we're going to do. And when we all started talking about this, I have a lot of food experience myself. I had bagel stores in New York, and nothing like what you're doing. But I had mentioned that it's a huge undertaking to try to manage this ourselves. Perhaps we should look for a professional, And then we started going into how should the food be served? What should the displays look like? And I said to them, look, I can get into a lot of things with you, but I think we should hire a professional. And I kept saying it until everybody else started saying it, and look at what we have now. So the reason we contract Unidyne is not only because they are professionals in food service, but they are professionals in thinking on the fly. A patient is not happy with what we're serving. A patient has a dietary need. A patient has a medical need that they cannot eat what is being served. They can approach John, and even before they approach John, John has sent information on the patient on what they can and cannot eat. Now, we all know that patients will not be forthcoming when they come in.
Not always.
You'll say to them, all right, any dietary needs? No, I could eat everything. Well, what's this on the wall that I see? That you can't have this, you can't have that, and then the patient will get humble and accept direction. So it's kind of up to us to make sure that the patient knows what they can and can't do, and we want to give it to them in a nice way so we don't offend them, right? So John, a patient comes up to you and says, I don't want this, I want something that's extremely salty, and you're already going to check to see what they can and can't have.
We do. We make sure and look into their dietary needs or restrictions. We also have something on the side called an always available menu, which means if you don't like what we're serving for lunch or for dinner, we have alternatives: hamburger, cheeseburger, grilled cheese, grilled turkey and cheese, cold turkey and cheese, stir fry, veggie burgers, fish, chicken. We try to keep it relatively simple because sometimes patients will see us make a special accommodation and then they'll say, can I have that too? Or why can't I have that? So it's kind of walking a tightrope, but we do our best to accommodate.
It's true. When a patient asks for something, everybody else wants what they have, right? It's kind of like a trickle-down effect. And to manage a kitchen with 133 patients, where everybody might want something else, could be challenging. And I think you do it very well by knowing how to present to them and knowing that it's okay to say, hey, listen, this is what you're eating today because the other person cannot eat this.
Eating a lot of cookies to satisfy your diabetes
That's
is probably
right.
not the right
It's probably not the right way to go, right? So John has allowed me to come into the kitchen, and we're going to prepare a meal, and I'm texting him this morning, and he's telling me what we're going to make, and I immediately get nervous because of the extent of what you're making. I'm thinking, we're going to do grilled chicken like we did in a Coolest kitchen. No. What are we making today, John?
We're going to do a braised lamb shank on a soft and creamy polenta with a roasted red pepper garlic sauce with frizzled spicy onions on top.
Everybody get that? Because I read the text and I started cracking up. I said, I'm in the wrong spot because I'm going to mess this all up, right? But John has promised me he's going to guide me correctly, and we're going to get through this, and we're going to get started. So John, where do you want to begin?
Usually when you're cooking a meal, it makes common sense to cook whatever takes the longest to cook. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to try to get the lamb in the oven. I'm going to make some beef stock that we can braise the lamb in. Braising is basically cooking in liquid. A little bit of toothpaste.
The water I can do.
I'm going to mix that up. So we'll warm that up. That'll accelerate the cooking process for the lamb. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to sear the lamb.
I want to bring something up. So last show we were talking about the cut gloves.
Yes.
So I noticed that all the kitchen, they must have them on.
Yes, it's a company policy, and I believe our company also gets a discount on health insurance because we have less accidents. All right, so we're not going to season the lamb because the beef broth itself has enough salt in it.
Okay.
So we just kind of want to brown the outside of the lamb just to tighten it up and caramelize the outside of it.
So that locks in whatever flavor's in there?
Yes.
Okay. How do you know if it's seared or not?
Desired degree of doneness. How brown do you want it? How crispy do you want it? Remember, it's going to be cooked in liquid, so it's really not going to be crispy. But there is more flavor when you do brown on the outside. It's called a large one. It's going to go in this pan, and then we'll put the broth on top. We'll cover it with foil, and it goes in the oven for about 2.5 hours at 300.
Okay.
Similar to pot roast.
Okay. And what was the temperature?
300.
About 300? Okay.
Yeah, a lot of times when I cook things like pot roast, I'll even lower it about 290 or 285. Low and slow.
Kind of like the smoking process, right?
Yes, low and slow.
So I didn't know anything about smoking until I moved from New York to Jersey. We don't really have too many smoke products or too many barbecue places, right? And if you do have one, it's very generic. So when I came out here, I saw everybody's got this really cool smoker in the backyard. And, you know, they really live the outdoor life. So I actually do appreciate the smoke process. So after about 6 months being down here, I found every cool smokehouse to go to, and it's just fantastic food.
I'll put a plug in for a place that just opened.
Tell me.
It's called Dickie's Barbecue.
Where?
DHT.
Really?
By the new Walmart. It's the best barbecue in the area.
Is that right?
And I'm not getting paid to say that.
I gotta go. So I did notice that barbecue food or barbecue huts do close in the wintertime. And I never understood that. That you have a smokehouse that's open in the summer, but not in the winter. I think we eat more in the cold weather, right?
Comfort food.
Right. So I asked one of the guys who took over, there's a place on 50 that was a big smokehouse for years, and someone else took over, and he happened to have been there cleaning. So I ordered. He says, no, we're not open for another couple of months. I said, nobody's hungry in the wintertime? You know? So to me, I think that they should be open.
If it's successful,
Absolutely.
if you build it, they will come.
We build it, they will come.
Alright, so we're going to take the lamb. You can brown it as much as you want, but we got a little caramelization going. We're going to take.
And is that supposed to be what it looks like?
Yeah, it just adds a little more flavor. We're just going to cover this in some beef stock. This will go in the oven about 2.5 hours at 300.
All right. Shanks are in the oven.
2.5 hours. All right, the next thing we're going to make is some blunt. Blunt those cornmeal. All right, blunt is the ratio of liquid to cornmeal is 4 to 1 generally, 4 cups liquid, 1 cup cornmeal. So I use the scientific method. I like putting one of those 4 parts. I like using milk, using a little creamier texture. You want to put 4. Let this come to a boil.
Can you stir it in slowly? Really?
That's going to be your job.
All right.
You're just going to keep
Do that.
whisking it. It's instant polenta, which takes less time. Normally, if you're making polenta, you will whisk about 40 minutes.
Okay.
You stand over while bubbles and pops and you get burnt. It's kind of like lava. This is instant polenta. It takes 5 to 7 minutes.
Okay.
And you get similar results. It's not quite as deep in flavor, but for expediency, it works.
Okay.
And once we get that going towards the very end of the process, we're going to add some herb goat cheese.
Okay.
Give it a nice creamy texture. And maybe a little bit of salt.
Okay.
With polenta eats a lot of salt. If you don't season at the beginning, you can't season it once it's already cooked.
Got it.
So you got to make sure that you use enough salt at the beginning.
That's interesting. Go ahead, Josiah. I don't want to get into that. Josiah's hard at work. Josiah, you want to tell me what that is for the patients?
It is chicken cordon bleu casserole.
Chicken cordon bleu casserole. So you imagine being at the stove, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. All the prep, all the cleanup. There's so much more that goes into every meal than just sitting down and eating. But I can tell you, everything that's made within these walls is made with love, and only with the intent of making the patient feel comfortable and healthy. Yeah, John, just left with this. It tastes like oatmeal, like oatmeal.
What we're going to do is we're going to level this out once he empties it, and we'll put it in the fridge so that it sets, similar to Jello. It'll tighten up.
And why do you do that?
Well, so that we can eventually cut out pieces.
So it's for plating purposes.
Yes, yes. We'll cut out pieces, and this is going to be what the lamb sets on.
That goes on everybody watching. This is something to see because the right chef always labels everything that goes into the refrigerator with a date and what it's for. So anytime someone will come in for an inspection, they'll know exactly what it is, when it should come out. These are things I had to learn when I owned stores in New York, and I only learned because I had to pay fines. So they're only looking to protect the public And the proper refrigerator is everything.
And food safety is everything.
Totally, absolutely.
So I would put this in the refrigerator for probably about an hour to an hour and a half to let it set, seize up.
So it's not only about someone that knows their way around a kitchen, but they know their way around what the refrigerator is supposed to look like and how to keep everybody safe. So I appreciate you. That was really good. That was really, really good. And I didn't give you any warning, so that was really good.
All of my staff are ServSafe certified, which is essential. They understand the basics and the specifics about food safety.
So they all have taken the food safety class?
Yeah.
So this was something that I had to do, owning a store also. You had to have your food certificate license, and you had to keep up on your stuff. And if you're not in the store when they come in, you better have somebody who is certified, or else they're not going to let you operate. You know, and I used to get very upset when they would do things like this, but it's only because they're trying to save the public. I mean, I come from a city where I see the letter D in a lot of restaurants, and you know, you're graded. A with F, I think we're close, right?
I think it depends on.
I think D. And in my stores, I never had anything but an A. And I wouldn't settle for anything else because people walk by and you want that A in your window. As soon as you get a B, there's a whole conversation. Well, why'd you get a B? You know, so
we get audited. We have internal audits by my company. We have RCA does food audits. We've got the Board of Health, which is our local Board of Health. We have the state comes in and inspects also, and then we have a joint commission. They'll come in as well. So we have to always be ready for an inspection of the kitchen. They check your logs. They check your food temperatures. They check what you put on top of what, as we were discussing earlier. And there's a proper way to do things, and we try to always be state ready.
You know, and some of the people that come in to inspect us, we pay them to come in. Joint Commission is someone that we pay because we want to stay on time. So when they come in, there's no breaks. It's either you do right or you do wrong. And if you do wrong, especially in a critical area, it's trouble for you. So fortunately, we've never been in that situation. And we're always learning every day, right? What we can do better for our patients. So, all right, I'm excited. I want to see what this meal is going to turn out to be. So where are we now?
All right, we have the polenta is chilling in the fridge. We've got the lamb in the oven. The next thing we're going to make is the roasted red pepper, roasted garlic sauce. And I made some braised garlic. It's similar to what we're doing with the lamb. We're braising that in liquid. I braised some garlic in some oil. Take some garlic cloves, put it in the oil, get it up to a simmer, cook it about 15-20 minutes till the garlic softens up. It also takes some of the bitterness out of the garlic. And it's a quicker way to do that. I have some pimento, some roasted red peppers right out of the can, and I have some fresh basil. We always have fresh herbs in our kitchen. And I'm going to combine these three into the RoboCoop behind the gentleman who's filming.
There's nothing in this kitchen that's used. There's nothing in this kitchen that's going to break, or if it does, there's a warranty on it. Someone's going to come out and fix it right away. We're prepared for all these things. So I never really have got a chance to use this. Can you tell me what this is?
No, it's a RoboCoop. It's an industrial blender, essentially. What you're going to do is you are going to combine all three of these.
With the oil also?
Not with the oil. We're going to use a slotted spoon to take the garlic.
Can I put the basil and the...
Basil and peppers in.
Okay. Another tablespoon of salt.
Lots of things.
A little more technical than our last show.
This is the sauce that's going to go underneath the polenta.
Okay.
thing I always tell my cooks is always taste as you go. Taste as you go, taste as you go. Taste for salt. Does it need salt?
No.
What do you think?
That's great.
All right.
Well, I got to tell you, I'm getting hungry already, John.
So let me grab a plate, and I put it in a squeeze bottle, and that's for decoration. So this will be the base.
So this is kind of what you see on those cooking channels, where they put like a little, I guess, a dip that goes around the outside of the plate.
You can decorate last time. I made this one earlier. Once the plant has seized up, what I do is I'll take a biscuit cutter and I would cut out, you can use any shape that you'd like, but essentially that's what we're doing. I would heat this up in the oven, which I have some in the oven.
Okay.
Put that right in the center of the plate. Elapsed time 2.5 hours.
Okay.
That's your braised lamb shank. What we did earlier, we shaved some onions on a mandolin. This is a Japanese mandolin. Just place the onion on there, shave it, and it's done. We put that in some seasoned flour and egg wash and flour, and then we pop it in a deep fryer, and we're going to be garnishing the lamb with the frizzled onions, which are a little spicy. So we'll take the lamb shank.
Wow, it looks like it's falling apart.
That's the concept.
That's awesome. That looks fantastic. So, tell us all what this is called.
It's basically a braised lamb shank with creamy polenta on a roasted red pepper garlic sauce with frizzled spicy onions.
This, I've been eyeing this since I walked in the kitchen, especially when John told me he had one made already, because I don't think you can create 2.5 hours in 30 minutes, but I'm going to give this a shot. I don't even need this knife. It's just falling apart. Oh my God. Alright, this one's mine. I hope everybody got to really enjoy this, because I really did. This looks fantastic. And I want everybody to understand what really goes into cooking a meal. And I really appreciate that you spent some time with us.
My pleasure.
A lot of people are going to watch this. They're going to wonder what kind of treatment they're going to get when they come here. This is the kind of treatment you're going to get. You know, all we ask is that you show up for yourself. So if anybody's struggling out there, don't waste any time. Dial 1-800-RECOVERY. Tell them on section. See you next time.